मधु पंडिरे प्राणधन हे जय राधा दामोदर राधा दामोदर राधे जीव गोस्वामीर प्राणधन हे जय राधा रमण राधा रमण राधे गोपाल भट्ट प्राणधन हे जय राधा विनोद राधा विनोद राधे लोकानाथे रे प्राणधन हे जय राधा गोकुलानंद राधा गोकुलानंद राधे विश्वनाथे रे प्राणधन हे जय राधा गिरिधारी राधा गिरिधारी राधे दास गोस्वामीर प्राणधन हे जय राधा श्याम सुंदर राधा श्याम सुंदर राधे श्यामानंद रे प्राणधन हे जय राधा बंक बिहारी राधा बंक बिहारी राधे हरिदास रे प्राणधन हे जय राधा कांत राधा कांत राधे वक्रेश्वरो प्राणधन हे जय गांधर विहारी जय गांधर्विघा गिरिधारी राधे गांधर्विघारी राधे सरस्वती रे प्राणधन हे सरस्वती रे प्राणधन रे हरे कृष्ण
Hare Krishna, Shanti Mataji. Thank you so much. Hari Bol. Hare Krishna, Klasudha Mataji, His Grace Advait Chandra Prabhu. Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Hare Krishna. They have joined, but I think audio is not connected yet.
Oh.
Okay,
Hare
maybe.
Mataji
Hare
and
Krishna.
Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna.
So Hare Krishna to all the devotees. Mataji and Prabhuji are here. So very warm welcome to Mataji and Prabhuji from the whole team of ICF and all the devotees. So now actually Mataji and Prabhuji, they both are not a new face for ICF. They both have taken sessions. So I don't think there is a need of detailed introduction because already you people know about Mataji and Prabhuji. So this particular session, today's question answer session, is actually a long awaited session. So many Matajis, Prabhujis, they have requested for it. And finally, we got a perfect couple to give you perfect questions and like your perfect questions and answers of those perfect questions by, Mataji and Prabhuji. So now how will we go ahead in this question answer session? Because we have floated a form, I think since last week, we are floating the form and asking you to submit the questions. So we have received some questions, and definitely the questions which we have received, we will give priority to those questions. So first, I will take that devotee's or call out that devotee's name, and that devotee may say yes or I'm there, and then I will start asking the question to Prabhu and Mataji. They will give the answer, and if you have any counter question, you may unmute your mic and ask that question. So we have a lot of questions, but I'm not going to take more than one question from one Mataji or Prabhuji. Then after, we may give chance to the people over here, devotees over here. And if they will have no questions, then maybe further I can ask the other questions, or because some devotees have given more than one questions. Some devotees have given even 10 questions. So this way we will go ahead and conduct the session. So Mataji and Prabhuji, shall we start?
Yes. Yes.
Hari bol. Okay. So
we can start with some prayers.
Yeah, sure, Prabhu. Yes, please.
Om Ajnanatirmirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatamine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare.
You can hear us properly, Mataji's? Prabhuji's?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you all so much once again for giving us this opportunity to serve. We are so grateful to all of you.
Hari bol. So shall we start, Mataji and Prabhuji?
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah. So first question is Divya Prema Mataji. Divya Prema Mataji, are you there? Hari bol.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Yes, Mataji.
Yeah, Hari bol. Hari bol. Okay, Mataji. So Mataji is asking that initial days of journey in ISKCON used to be very enthusiastic. As the years pass by, delusion, laziness, knowingly or unknowingly, we do a lot of offenses also. So why this happened and how to overcome it? And actually, Mataji and Prabhuji, we have a similar kind of question from Sunita Mataji also. So shall I read out that question as well?
Sure.
Okay. So Sunita Mataji, are you there? Okay, fine. But I'll ask because this is the same kind of a question. Why do we as neophyte sadhakas feel satiation after a few years of practicing Krishna consciousness and will be doing everything mechanically without really feeling that connection with the Lord, which we used to feel in the initial days of our practice in Krishna consciousness, which results in a spiritual dryness and loss of taste in bhakti. Kindly guide us how to regain that lost taste in bhakti. Hari bol.
Hari bol.
Hari bol.
Wonderful question. Very, very sincere question. And it's this sincerity in Krishna consciousness that takes us through, rather than the experiences and other things. That sincerity is the basis for advancement in Krishna consciousness. Now, when we come to Krishna consciousness very new, all of us have experienced that it's like a magical world that is revealed to us, which is so transcendental. And we're like, wow, why didn't I know about this before? And we get into, we feel that everyone that we meet, all devotees that we meet, they are pure devotees. And that I should just worship them. And this is so wonderful. I wish I could just live with them and continue understanding the secrets of spiritual life that they are giving through Srila Prabhupada's books and through all of these things. And we are very, very enthusiastic, lapping up things. And this is certainly because of the mercy of the devotees, mercy of Srila Prabhupada, and also because of some past Sukriti devotional service that we may have performed, that we get this little bit of a taste in Krishna consciousness. And then what happens is that we start, after some time, Krishna actually continues giving this taste to us, like just a drop of the taste of the real spiritual world. that is given to us, just a taste. And once we are hooked on, once we are like, yes, we want to continue, we go for several years, we may also take initiation, he then takes away that taste as a test. That were you performing devotional service for your own pleasure because you were feeling so nice, you were experiencing so many things? Or were you performing devotional service to please me? This is the test that of the question that Krishna has. And if we are not sincere, we say, well, I experienced all these things and now I'm not experiencing these things. So what's in it for me? Let me just leave it. Those who are insincere, they just take that excuse and go away. But some of us who are sincere, we yearn for that taste, but then we slowly start realizing, oh, we perform devotional service for the pleasure of Krishna, for pleasure of Srila Prabhupada, for the pleasure of Guru and devotees. And that is devotional service. In their pleasure, we seek our pleasure, rather than in our pleasure, seeking their pleasure. The initial task of the taste that is given to us, that makes us feel that, yes, I'm experiencing nice, it's for my pleasure. Then when the taste is taken away for the test, that's when we realize, technically speaking, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur has shown us 9 stages of devotional service. Adav Shraddha Tatha Sadhu Sangha Tatha Bhajan Kriya Tatha Anartha Nivritti Syat. And then it goes to Nishtha and all the other different stages. Ruchi, Bhava, Prema, Ruchi, Asakti, Ruchi, Bhava, Prema. The first 4 stages is quite simple, is when Krishna gives us the taste so we can continue in our Krishna consciousness. Sadhu Sangha, Bhajan, Adav Shraddha, that gives us a faith, then Sadhu Sangha, then Bhajan Kriya. Till the Bhajan Kriya level, Krishna gives the taste, and then he removes the taste. That's when we get into the Anartha Nivritti stage, because now we are just left with our anarthas, and we are feeling challenges, these anarthas of lust, anger, pride, greed, envy, anger, attachment. They are telling us it's not worth, but that spiritual taste is not letting us go. And then we are forced to go deeper within ourselves. Why did I come to Krishna consciousness? This is a question we should keep asking ourselves every time and again. Why did I first come to Krishna consciousness? So understand, the essence of this question is, or the answer is, we understand that this is a test of true devotional service, which is for the pleasure of Krishna. Am I chanting for my pleasure, or am I chanting for Krishna's pleasure? If I'm chanting for Krishna's pleasure, I should see, is my chanting giving Guru and Krishna their pleasure? Is my devotional service pleasing them? And in their pleasure, I find my pleasure. That is bhakti. That is devotional service.
Hari Bol. Yeah, Sunita Mataji, Divya Mataji, is it okay? Any further questions?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu, thank you for answering. Prabhu, this Anartha Nivritti stage, how to cross this stage, Prabhu? I heard like this stage goes years and years, maybe lifetimes also it takes. How to cross this Anartha Nivritti stage?
Well, it may take a moment, in Srila Prabhupada's words, or it may take lifetimes. It's all up to us. But yes, Prabhupada says that we must seek out the association of those devotees who are sincere and who may have crossed the Anartha Nivritti stage as well. That will keep giving us the hope and guidance of how to quickly pass through the stage. Because for passing this stage has to happen specifically by mercy from Guru and Krishna and the Vaishnavas. It's not something like we give an exam and we pass and cross the stage. Of course, there are exams, but the result of the exam is Krishna is pleased, he will remove the anarthas. It's not a mechanical process in that sense, but it's a very personal process. You do something to please Krishna, and Krishna will then remove the anarthas. And we pray to Krishna, please remove the anarthas so I can see you. I can experience your bhakti. I can get the taste for hearing and chanting.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji and Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. How long does it take, Prabhuji, for the test to get over, Prabhuji? Because King Bharata, he fell down in the stage of bhava. So how long does it take, Prabhuji? Even at that stage also, he had the test.
Yeah, well, once the test comes, your question is how long it takes for the test to get over? Well, just like you go in, from first standard to 10th, 8th, second standard, third standard, 10th standard. So you pass one test, then the next test comes. You pass that test, then you go to the third standard. Then you go to that, you get the fourth standard. Krishna makes sure that if we are at the first standard level, then he will give only first grade test. He will not give us 10th grade test. Once we pass the first grade test, lower level test, then he will give us more understanding, more revelation, and then he will give us the second grade test. Once we pass that by guidance from Guru and Krishna, from devotees, and our sincerity, then he'll give so the test will go on continuing. It's not like it will go away. And in that test is a screening process of our sincerity. That's why our sincerity we should not leave. If we are not doing anything sincerely, we should pray to Krishna to be sincere, that please give me that sincerity. I'm not sincere. I want to be sincere. Please give me that sincerity. When we are chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, please give me that sincerity. That's the prayer we are giving, and strength to perform your devotional service. Because that sincerity is the key. And that is the answer to all the questions, all the tests. One time, there, a devotee was saying that when we go to the spiritual world, we will say, oh, we want to enter into the spiritual world.
And there the Vishnudutas will say, oh, really? You want to enter into the spiritual world? Then you need 100 points. 100 points are needed. What have you done? 100 points to gain that 100 points. He says, oh, whole my life I've chanted 16 rounds very nicely. So then he says, okay, Vishnudutas, chalo, let's see the video. Show this devotee the video how he chanted 16 rounds. So then the Yamadutas say, Hare Krishna, we are sleeping and chanting, or we are cursing others and chanting, with so much grudge we chant towards other devotees that with the power of my sadhana, I can, just curse somebody, like that we chant. So if that is the kind of chanting, then is that proper chanting? So, okay, you can get 2 points. The Vishnudutas say, we give you 2 points. What else have you done? So like this, they start showing, okay, this is what I've done, this is what I've done, this is what I've done, so many kinds of services, but they don't add up to anything, hardly anything out of the 100 points. But then our only hope is the mercy of Guru and Srila Prabhupada. And as soon as the devotee says, oh, Srila Prabhupada, help. And then the Vishnudutas say, oh, you're Prabhupada's candidate. Okay, come. Then you're total mercy case. Then you can enter into the spiritual world. So that is our hope, that we are sincerely trying to be the followers of Srila Prabhupada. And yes, the tests will keep coming, like Prabhu has said, but at the same time, Krishna gives us what we can actually cross beyond. We cannot, Krishna was never unjust. He gives us test what we can actually handle in our life. If we are getting that particular kind of test, we should know that, Krishna, he is giving that test. It's very, very, very special that we are getting that kind of a test. But we should take it as an opportunity to just surrender more to Krishna, take shelter of Krishna, to take shelter of the devotees, and sadhu, guru, and shastra, and we can cross over all the impediments that come our way.
Right.
Thank you.
Very good. So can all of you see, I have already pinned Prabhu and Mataji's screen. Is it okay for everyone?
No, Mataji, it is not pinned, Mataji. It doesn't.
It's not spotlighted.
Is it?
Yes, Mataji.
No, I think there's a problem because the audio is from my phone that we are doing, and the video is from Prabhu's phone. So that could be an issue.
So
Yes.
video
Okay.
is
Mataji.
from Advaita Kalasudha,
Yeah. Okay.
but audio other.
Yeah, I've pinned that only, Prabhu. First, I've pinned actually Kalasudha Mataji. Then I saw that audio is coming from there. Okay, I'll remove it and I'll do it again.
Mataji, you can make me the co-host, Mataji, then I can spotlight Prabhu.
Is it okay now? No?
No, Mataji, not yet.
Okay. Okay. Yes, Medhavni Mataji. Okay, actually, Chandana Mataji also asked Prabhu and Mataji the same kind of question. I'll just read that question because already you have answered about it. Mataji asked, I'm a neophyte devotee. I find myself sometimes offering bhoga to the Lordship, even do Tulsi Puja or chanting very mechanically. Before, it was not like this, but after a good period of time, I found this change. I know it is an offense, but how to correct myself, please advise. So you have already answered this question, but I just wanted to read it out. So there is one question. I don't know Mataji's name. They haven't mentioned it. This is for Mataji. She's asking, during our menopause time, how to serve the Lord due to continuous, we do not know what is the exact date. So how can we serve the Lord? So this is what is our question.
Okay. You are asking about when we are in our menopause time.
Yes.
I mean, when
yes, Mataji. Yeah.
Okay, very regular. Well, when it
Not audible, Mataji.
Yeah. Yes, Mataji. Now it's okay.
right. So what happens is, of course, during menopause time, it is really difficult to, because cycles get very irregular. But at that time, just try to do it, at least try to follow that once a month. If it is coming, then follow during that time. And at least just for 3 days, don't do 3 nights, just 3 nights, not to do any, services in that sense, or touching the direct paraphernalia of the Lord. Not doing that. That is better, that is advised. That whether it is during our menopause time or any time, that is considered to be, an impure time for us. Many times devotees come up with the counter argument that we are not the body, so why should we, even follow that? How can we leave the Lord without eating anything, offering anything? No, but we should not take that as, we are not acting. Yes, we do understand we are not the body, but we are not able to act on the platform of that we are not the body, that we are the spirit soul. So it's very, very important for us to follow we should understand that we are not in the platform of Raganuga Bhakti, of spontaneous loving devotion to Krishna, that we must be taking care of following the rules and regulations of Vaidhi sadhana bhakti, So even during these times, even if the cycles are very irregular, at least for the first 3 nights, just follow the rules, that not touching any direct paraphernalia of the Lord, and then after that just take a head bath and everything, and then continue in that way. So yes, it is a very difficult time, we know that, but limitations of the body, what to do.
Haribol, thank you so much, Mataji, for clearing it out, because I'm pretty sure this is a question of all the Matajis. So next question is Shobha Mataji. Shobha and Mataji, are you there? Okay. Nav Kishori Mataji, are you there? Haribol, Nav Kishori Mataji.
I think there's a question on the chat saying that in this regard, that can we do chanting with beads during this time? Yes, we can definitely do chanting on our beads. We can, you can read from Shrimad Bhagavatam, you can touch Shrimad Bhagavatam, you can touch Shrimad Bhagavad Gita, you can touch any book, no problem. You can chant on your initiated beads, on your japa beads. You can do all of that during these impure days, and but just on the 4th day we must put the bead bag to wash, take a new bead bag and then just purify the chanting beads as well. And regarding cooking, yes, we can definitely cook, but the way we should do it, this is what His Grace Jananivas Prabhu, the head pujari of Sri Sri Radha Madhava in Mayapur, this is how he taught us, that whatever we cook during that time, sometimes our family says, yes, what we cook we can't offer, but some of our other family members, like our kids or our husbands, they can make the offering. No, that cannot happen. Anything that we have touched, we have done, cannot be offered to the Lord. Okay, so what we need to do, this is what is told by Jananivas Prabhu. He has said that when we cook in the kitchen, in the same vessel, after we cook our rice, we are cooking, after cooking that, in the kitchen itself, in the cooking pots itself, keep everything, and then you make up the Lord by saying that, my dear Lord, right now I am in an impure condition and I cannot come to you personally to make this offering, but at the same time we will not be able to take anything if you don't honor it first. So my Lord, please, we request you to please come here and accept this offering. So in that sense, that way, we make the offering by just, from the kitchen itself, from our cooking pots itself, not with the deity plates, but from the cooking pots itself. You can say the pranam mantras of the bhoga offering mantras that can be said also, but this prayer needs to be made, that I cannot come because I am impure right now, but my Lord, please, you come and accept this offering. So for the 3 days, this is how we must make our offering to the Lord.
Haribol. Sudha Mataji, are you there? Navkishori Mataji? Vandana Mataji, Vandana Ranor Mataji? Divya Goku Mataji, are you there?
Yes, Mataji.
Haribol. Okay, so Mataji's question is how to increase firm faith in Guru and Krishna. And she also asked that how to know what is our dharma. There are many kinds of dharma towards God, family, country, etc. Please guide.
Okay, wonderful question about what is the exact question about Guru and Krishna?
How to develop firm faith.
How to develop firm faith in Guru and Krishna. Srila Prabhupada always says is by following their instructions. So if we can make sure we follow their instructions. More we follow their instructions, more Krishna gives faith in Guru and Krishna, because we see the results. We can experience those results within ourselves. And at the same time, we can also follow those who are faithfully following Guru and Krishna, and associate with those people who are faithfully following Guru and Krishna. That will give us the faith as well, because there's a saying called faith begets faith. How do you get faith? By associating with those who have faith. How did they get faith? By associating with those who get faith. And eventually, our faith in Krishna is there because of Srila Prabhupada's faith. We believe that Krishna is there. We have not seen Krishna. We have not been revealed Krishna's darshan. But Srila Prabhupada says, Srila Prabhupada has seen. So we have faith in his faith. And Srila Prabhupada has experiential faith, but he also has faith in his Guru. And so the faith goes through the parampara. Faith begets faith. But our faith is right now, it is okay if our faith is dependent on someone else's faith, our Guru and Krishna's faith. And we develop faith in Guru and Krishna by following the instructions, by following those who have faith in Guru and Krishna. Just like if we are given a map to go somewhere, we start by not having so much faith in the map. We say, okay, they say that this map will tell me where to go, but let me try. So when you follow the map, then the map tells you, okay, you go through this, you'll get this exit. You say, yeah, I get this exit. Okay, great. Now your faith increased a little bit in the map. Then you take the exit, then it'll say, make a left turn, you will see this road. You said, yeah, I see this road, I'll make a left turn. And then eventually, as you follow the map, slowly, your faith in the map increases until you reach the destination through the map and you say, oh yeah, this map is really perfect. Now your faith is 100% in that map. Now you can recommend this map to someone else. And that someone else will start following the map based on your faith in the map. Okay, this person is my good friend. They have recommended this. They say that they have done it. I don't have 100% faith, but I have some shraddha, adav shraddha. I can give a benefit of doubt that they say they have seen, maybe they have seen. Let me try. So as we follow, we start getting revelations, and then more and more our faith increases more and more in Guru and Krishna.
And what was the second part of the question?
That what is our dharma? There are many kinds of dharma towards God, family, country, etc.
Well, Jiva Swarupa, Krishna and Nityadas, that is our dharma. Srila Prabhupada said that to be the eternal servant of Krishna. And that's about it, and how we can achieve that. Lord Chaitanya's teachings is, Gopi Bhartu Padakamalayur Dasa 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 Nudas. To be the servant of the servant of the servant of the gopis of Sri Brajabhumi. That is the purpose of our lives. To be the servant of, the servants of our spiritual masters. That is the purpose of life. For us to think of being the servant of Krishna could be very far-fetched, but to be the servant of the servants of our spiritual master, could be something that we can try to achieve in this life.
Thank you, Mataji. Mataji, can I add a question here, Mataji?
Yes.
I think. Mataji, with respect, the confusion what I had with respect to the confusion what I had towards dharma is that for example, say with respect to our kids, they have I have a responsibility towards them. So in case if at all they want to go somewhere, I'll have to assist. But at the same time, if I have my seva or I would like to go to temple, so the priority will, as a mother, will always be somehow being very materialistic and very naive. It'll go near kids only, right, Mataji? So I'll focus there. So am I doing wrong, or that guilt always will be there, that I'm not able to do what I wanted to do, but even this is important. So that priority I'm not able to take, Mataji.
Well, Srila Prabhupada, we are actually very fortunate that Srila Prabhupada has given us a priority list. He has already given it to us. So there's no need for us to feel guilty. Srila Prabhupada said that, yes, our first priority should be our health. Our health is our first priority. Second priority is our personal sadhana. Then is our family, our children, our parents, our spouses. They are our third priority. Fourth priority comes service.
Fourth priority, service, Mataji. Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much, Mataji. Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you, Prabhuji. Dandavat pranam.
This is the priority list given by Srila Prabhupada. So, yes, health is first. We have to, and personal sadhana is the second, that our chanting of our 16 rounds, reading Srila Prabhupada's books, this is our second priority. And then third priority is our family responsibilities, because Srila Prabhupada has said that our first deities are actually our children. Our children should be our first responsibility, because if we are not taking good care of our children, then we, according to Shastra, we are not qualified to be mother of pitana sasya jananina sasya. So we have to be very, very, but in we should be careful of one thing, that by taking a false shelter of these priorities, that we must not try to evade services.
Right.
That also is something that we have to be true to ourselves. Now that is just between us and Krishna, and that fine line has to be decided by us, that how much are we really doing it by taking the excuse of our children, or are we genuinely not able to do certain things because of this particular thing? So that we have to be sincere to ourselves, and it is between us and Krishna.
Yes, absolutely, Mataji. Thank you so much. Very wonderful explanation. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Okay. Next question.
Oh, so sorry, Mataji. I was on mute and there was a... Okay, all of you can hear me because there is a network problem at my side. Is it okay?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes,
You are
Mataji,
audible.
you're clear.
Okay, yeah. So next question is from Shobha Mataji. She has asked how to explain our understanding to friends and relatives. The importance of this human birth is only to perform bhakti to Krishna, nothing else. It is important, or to make them read Srila Prabhupada books. So how will I go ahead?
Yeah, that's a very practical question. And Srila Prabhupada said that one can make the whole world Krishna conscious, but to make our own family Krishna conscious is more difficult than that. Because our parents, our relatives, they may have seen us when we were little, and they have seen all the naughty activities that we have done and all the things we have done, and suddenly we are telling them about Bhagavad Gita.
Oh, you must read Bhagavad Gita.
And to them, they see us that same little person, and spewing, you should see Bhagavad Gita. Oh, we have seen what you have done. How can you tell us? So the best way for family and relatives, even to our children, even though they may not have seen us at a young age, but even to the children, families, relatives, the best way to preach is by our own example.
Actions.
And actions, because what they really relate to is how caring and loving we are. They don't relate to the preaching or the speaking of the words. That means nothing to them. That may mean something to the rest of the world, but for our parents, relatives, children, what they see is our actions. And so if we do not preach to them, but be very sincere in our sadhana and in our dealings with them, become more loving towards them, more caring towards them, then they will say, oh, how come this person has become so loving and caring? Could it be because of Bhagavad Gita, because of Krishna consciousness? Let me see what is there in Krishna consciousness. Then they will come to you. That time you preach. Before then, any preaching we start doing, even to the extent of read Prabhupada's books, they will only reject. So our best chance is to preach by our actions and examples and our loving care. We can also, give prasadam and things like that. We should be strict with ourselves, but at the same time, we should say, okay, this is my boundary. If you enter the boundary, I will become defensive. But beyond that, I will be very loving and caring towards you. And once they get, so that they don't end up in the name of loving and caring, we don't neglect our sadhana as well. But while maintaining strictness by ourselves, we are being loving and caring for them at their level. And then that's the best chance of them coming forward and asking about Bhagavad Gita, about Krishna consciousness. That time we can preach and share and tell them how they can also practice. Before then, there is no point telling them anything. It'll have a reverse opposite effect.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam Prabhujis and Matajis. I'm so blessed to have advice from you. The main thing is I expect more time that we give to them while they sit and watch television. That I am not at all giving them. That is where I am lagging, and they tell always you are always with reading some mobile, always in mobile reading something. You are not giving time to us. They expect a valuable time to be spent with them. As a working lady, morning 1 hour and evening 1 hour only, I be at home awake. So I don't know, Krishna has to show mercy. I'm giving all prasadam to them. Krishna will show mercy to them and they will get their own time for Krishna consciousness. Hare Bol Mataji and Prabhuji, thank you.
Thank you. And one advice that if we may offer you is that even if you're getting even 15 minutes with them, just serve them very nicely, just, smile and serve and be loving and caring. And, just your being in that way, that 15 minutes will be equivalent to 15 hours, So they will carry that goodness. Oh, this morning I was served very nicely, my daughter-in-law came and served me very nicely, so it just makes a lot of difference. So when we are, that's why it is said that especially as the daughter-in-law or, even as mother, sometimes we have to do our sadhana in a very invisible way, invisible to the eyes of, from the relatives sometimes, because if they see that, then they start commenting that, oh, you're not giving any time to us, but you're giving time to, don't have time. So that is something that we must try, that as much as we can, if we can, do invisible sadhana towards from them, because ultimately, if you try to take a bird's eye view from this entire situation, just imagine that, if we are trying to be the ambassadors of goodwill for Srila Prabhupada and for Krishna, then we are bringing them closer to Krishna, right? So their chances of becoming a devotee is higher. Rather, if by seeing us doing sadhana, if they get irritated, if they get agitated, if they, start saying, oh, what is this? You're always chanting, you're doing this, you're doing this, you're doing this. If we are doing that, then we are pushing them away from Krishna, right? So try and do as much as, just pray to Krishna, because from Krishna comes all intelligence, remembrance and forgetfulness. He is the source. So if we can pray, because every situation is very unique, the kind of situations we are put in. So pray, and Krishna will give us the intelligence that what is the best way to act, so that, our family, our friends, our relatives can get inspired to become Krishna conscious. Thank you.
Very good.
Hare Krishna. Mataji, can I ask in this connection a question?
Who's this, Mataji?
Anita.
Yeah, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji, and Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dandar pranams to both of you. We are really very fortunate to have you here for this Q&A session. Thank you so much for giving us your valuable time and association. So, Mataji and Prabhuji, so regarding to this question, I have a follow-up. So, actually, after giving our time to the family, and also we are doing our sadhana, still they criticize us. So which means they say, it means like we are along with them for all the while, but still we are doing our sadhana. Then also they come and they check us and they say like, why you have to do all these things? Don't do this, come away. So all these criticism is there. So what you're going to gain out of this? So all these questions come out from them. Even after giving so much time to them and understanding them and serving them, and also we are doing our sadhana, but still we are facing all these difficulties. So what will be your advice for this, Mataji? How to overcome this one?
Well, see, the thing, as we said, every situation is very unique, and it's very difficult to just comment on a generic, in a generic way for a very specific situation. But generally, these are general, standards that if we try to follow, then these kind of situations can be helped. But if there's anything that you would like some help, then our number is available with Narayani Mataji. My number is there with Narayani Mataji. If you feel comfortable, you always may feel comfortable to just call me and explain your situation. Maybe I can help in that way by, sharing many personal situations, which on a public forum might be difficult to share. So, understanding more about your personal situation, we can offer some kind of suggestions and share our experiences as well. But yes, in a generic way, these are certain things that we could do. But yes, more detailed, I think a private forum might be more appropriate.
Yeah, okay. Thank you so much, Mataji. And we shared your songs also on Bhakti Sangha. So very nicely you sing also, Mataji. Thank you so much for giving that.
But the general essence is follow like Prahlad Maharaj. Prahlad Maharaj, how he dealt with Hiranyakashipu. Of course, we are not comparing our relatives to Hiranyakashipu.
Nor are we Prahlad.
Nor are we Prahlad Maharaj. But we can take inspiration from them that he was in an extreme situation. And his rule was that be very strict with himself, but be humble. So determined, yet humble. So we don't allow them to stop our sadhana or stop our activities, but we are very humble with them, and we tell them even if we have to push back on some of their suggestions, we tell it very humbly, with humility. Like how if you read Shrimad Bhagavatam, Hiranyakashipu was very angry at Prahlad Maharaj. How can you have faith and how can you do all these things? You're preaching to your classmates and things like that. And Prahlad Maharaj was not fearful at all.
And neither did he defend himself.
Yeah, he was very determined. He didn't stop his activities. He didn't say, okay, I will stop everything. I will do whatever you're saying. No, he was very determined about it. But he was very humble. He humbly submitted his things in front of Hiranyakashipu. He said that, oh, king of the demons, oh, he glorified him and all these things. But then he said the truth is that, Vishnu is God, Krishna is God. He's the Supreme Personality. That's what Narad Muni has told me. He's the authority. So things like that.
And that too, when Hiranyakashipu was questioning Prahlad Maharaj, that why you're doing this, why you're doing that, he was not answering or giving any explanation why he was doing all that. He was just listening. He did not say anything. Only when Hiranyakashipu started asking that, why are you worshipping, not me? Why are you not worshipping me? Why are you worshipping Vishnu? That's when he started giving the answers, that yes, this is. So he never justified any of his actions to Hiranyakashipu, but he was, giving answer and, but in a very humble way. So just generic principles again.
Hare Krishna, Mataji, Dhanvat Pranam. Can I say something?
Yes, please.
So Mataji, it is my way of handling a few things is what my experience I'm sharing here. And please correct me if I am wrong, because I don't have knowledge like you guys. So what I do is, I know that any given situation, my acceptance of things matters the most. How I take it personally within myself should not get disturbed by anything anybody says or anybody does anything. So number one, my acceptance of any kind of situation matters a lot. Second thing is, if somebody is telling my sadhana about my sadhana or something, then I would definitely know that they don't have that kind of experience or the kind of knowledge that I'm holding by. I'm true to my sadhana. So I would want to stick around to that and not give them any chance of rift that time at least, so that we are not arguing on anything. It is just my way of handling on these things as a very small part, but that is what I do, Mataji.
Very nice. Thank you for sharing, Nidhi Mataji. Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji. Dandvat Pranam. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So there is a last question which I have, actually many questions, but then after I will ask devotees that they may raise their hands and then we will give chance to them. So this is the last question, that Ekadashi as per Vaishnava calendar and Panchangam is different. Please advise why.
Yes, there is always a difference between our Vaishnava calendar and the regular Smartha calendar. It is to do with the calculations of the moon. The way the Vaishnavas, as we calculated, because our Pratipat and Dvitiyas, they are different than the way the Smarthas calculate theirs. So it is to do with the astrological and the astronomical positioning of the planets and the moon especially. So that is the differential points or aspects.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. May I add something to that, Mataji?
Padma Mataji, Prabhu wants to say something, then after.
Yeah, okay, Mataji, no problem.
Sorry about that. Basically, the Smartha calendar, it considers the Tithi from its original time. But Vaishnavas consider the Tithi from the Brahma Muhurat time in the morning.
Tithi meaning the day starting from Brahma Muhurta.
Our day does not start from 12 midnight. Otherwise, for Smartha calendar, after 12 midnight, the next day starts. But Vaishnavas, our day starts from Brahma Muhurat in the morning. So that's why these, if you add these hours difference over multiple times, you will see that there is almost a day's difference, or like between 10 to 24 hours of difference between their calendar and our calendar.
Basically, it's always,
each.
it's always like in the mornings and afternoons, that the difference comes between the Smartha calendars and the Vaishnava calendars.
So if the Ekadashi falls in the afternoon, according to the calendar, the Smarthas consider that as Ekadashi, but Vaishnavas consider next day morning also is considered Ekadashi. So like that.
So nice. Thank you. Thank you, Mataji and Prabhuji. So now we'll come to the questions, the devotees who have raised their hands. So Divya Prema Mataji, I've already read out your question, so I'll give you time later. First, I'll ask Medavni Mataji. Haribol. Yeah, Mataji, please.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Mataji, thank you so much for this Q&A session. Actually, my question was related to deity worship. Generally, when we go for Mangala Arati, I've heard that the deities also come with us, because morning we don't offer Mangal Bhog, and our prasadam is also in the temple after the Bhagavatam class. So generally, when all four of us go to the temple in the morning, especially on Sundays, every Sunday, it is like that. We don't offer anything in the morning except that we just change the water only early in the morning before leaving. And then, we come back, and then when we prepare lunch, that is when we offer. That's like, 2 o'clock, like that. So, and also when we go for yatras, since we have Gaurneta, Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra, and Laddu Gopal, it is not possible for us to carry, because we've seen devotees carry their Gaurnetai with them during the yatra and like that. So since we're not able to do that also, I just wanted to understand, do we put our Gaurnetai deities to rest when we go for yatra, say for about a week or 10 days, like that? So both the scenarios, if you can just kindly help. Hare Krishna. And one more thing is, during the periods, generally I cook, but Prabhuji does that Om Apavitro Pavitrova Sarvavastam Gadopava Yasmet Pundarika Akshma Sabhaya Abhyanta Shuchi, and then he offers to the lordships in the altar only. So is that also the right process? Please advise Mataji and Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Dandat pranams.
Thank you. Very nice questions. Very, very practical questions. Yes. Again, I will just quote what I have, learned from His Grace Jananivas Prabhu, who is our head pujari in Sri Mayapur Dham. So Jananivas Prabhu commented that yes, deity worship at home is very important, but at the same time, we need to understand that when we serve the deities, even by going for Mangalarti at the temple, then it's like serving the king and the queen, So when we go to the king and the queen, then all our kids are deities at home. They're like our family members, so they also come along, because when we go to when we come in the audience of the king and the queen, then, they never take any services just for themselves. When they get the Mangalarti or the Rajbhog or the Balbhog offering or the, the morning bhoga, whatever they're getting, whoever are in attendance, they invite all their home deities, and they all take, bhoga together. They all take, bhoga together. They honor it together. So, and when we come back, yes, however, we would like to go ahead with the services, that is perfectly fine. No problem at all. So in that sense, that's perfectly fine. When we go for yatras, one thing that we can do is, especially when we have many deities at home, one thing which you can do is take a picture of your altar with you, like a picture frame of your altar with you. And every morning before you start your yatra, you can, or if you're traveling, like if you have more than one day of travel and you're not able to do anything, just try and do Manas Puja. So you basically put the deities at home at Yoga Nidra, but you request them that, you're going to such and such place, to this dham, to that dham, wherever you're going, or even if it's just for a holiday with your family, wherever you're going. Now you just tell them that you're going there, and you request them to come along with you in the form of this picture frame. And you tell them that, everything is here at home, but you all stay in yoga nidra and put some big glasses of water for them, and something for them, and you can tell them that the entire kitchen pantry is there. They can go to the temple and request even the king and the queen of your place to invite them to their temple when they are getting offered, so that way your deities are taken care of in that sense. But you continue to do manas puja to your deities, like however you would cook at Jananiva's Prabhu always said that especially when we travel, manas puja is something very powerful. We can do our bhoga preparations in our mind, and then once a day at least we can do manas puja of offering bhoga to our deities, in that sense. So that is one thing. And so hope that answers your first part of your question. And the second part about when we are impure, those 3 days, just for the 3 days, no purification mantra works. Does not work. So it's better not to, because it has very severe reactions come, because it is offensive, to do that to the deities. It's very offensive. So we must be very attentively careful about not, touching any paraphernalia of the Lord, and whatever pavitrova mantras. The greatest purificatory mantra is the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Even that mantra only we can chant on our japa beads and not anywhere else. So just for 3 days, 3 nights, we must do this. 4th day, 3 nights, if we do this, then 4th day we can just purify ourselves, and then we can do whatever we want, no problem. But Srila Prabhupada said 3 nights. We must be taking it very seriously. Hope this answers your question.
Thank you, Mataji. So in which case, okay, you're saying we should not even touch the ingredients. I was just thinking, I can put everything in the cooker and I can ask Prabhuji to switch on the gas. So he's only cooking on the fire, right? So otherwise, I'll just cut the vegetables. On the fire cooking only Prabhu can do. Is that acceptable, Mataji? Because generally they say anna means because it's cooked on the fire. So that's why, they say that even when we go out and we're not able to have prasadam, we can have like fruits, raw fruits, but not have any cooked food. Because that way, this thing is, I'm just trying to ask you, Mataji, because...
anything, again, I'm just repeating myself, anything that we have touched, if it can be washed, okay.
Yeah. So it will be washed, Mataji. Vegetables, once I cut it also, then Prabhuji can wash it and then, keep it in the cooker. Like, for example, it's beans or whatever, something. Then it's fine, na, Mataji?
That can be done.
Okay.
And,
sorry, Mataji?
As long as you're not touching the cooker when it is cooking.
Yes. Yeah.
So everything else, Prabhuji, if they're doing, or if your kids, like if any of your kids are free, then they can, like for the deities to not go hungry, at least we can even, engage the kids in this way, just to offer some fruit and milk to the deities.
Yes, fruits we do, but because we are having prasadam and the kids are also not big enough to cook on their own. So generally, that's what I do. So otherwise, we can just offer it to Radha Krishna picture in the kitchen, and in the kitchen itself we can offer, right? That we can do, Mataji.
That's exactly what I said in the beginning. That whatever we cook in the pots itself, from the kitchen itself, we offer.
Okay, sure. I missed the first part, Mother.
Yeah, from the pots itself. This is what Jananiva's Prabhu said. But don't take it out on the deity plate or anything.
Okay.
But from the cooking pots itself, we offer to our deities. We tell them this prayer that I cannot come to you because my body is impure right now, but you are all pure and we cannot eat anything unless you first eat. So my Lord, please, we request you to please come and accept this offering. And you can tell the offering mantras and then offer, but do not even touch tulasi. just chant Vrindaya Tulsi Devi prayers, and then you can say the mantras and just offer.
Okay, okay. And we do it after the cooking is done, when it comes to the room temperature, at that time we offer, or how do we offer it when we are actually offering it in the kitchen itself? Because it will be very...
Yeah, that's up to you. That's up to you,
Okay.
how you want.
Okay, Mataji. Yeah, thank you, Mataji. That's helpful. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Meenakshi Mataji? Are you there, my Meenakshi Mataji?
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Dandavat pranams.
Yeah, Hare Krishna.
Mataji, my question might be a little very, what to say, silly, but I thought since I've got this golden opportunity of Mataji's and Prabhuji's presence, I should make use of it. Mataji, I just wanted to understand what is fall down exactly, like in our spiritual sadhana. We keep continuing to do it, to do our chanting, our sadhana. And some days, like the first question meant, we have taste, and some days we don't have taste. And still we go on with it. But exactly, if I say that for the last 3 months, I was doing my sadhana also very well. I was attending the classes also, I've been reading also. And now I have not been able to do that for the last 1 week or so. So is that what means fall down? Exactly, what do we understand? What is our fall down like? In simple terms, like, because I tried to read about it, but I could not understand much. So I thought I would ask. Hare Krishna, Dandavat pranams.
First of all, you've not asked a silly question. You've asked the most profound and a brilliant question. Very brilliant question.
Very wonderful question. See, fall down happens if we are at an elevated platform. Then we fall down. If we consider we are already fallen, then how can we fall down? So we need to understand that we consider ourselves fallen. We are trying to get up. And as we are trying to get up in our spiritual life, just like a child tries to walk, then falls, then again gets up, again tries to walk, again falls. So we don't say that this child has learned walking. This child can walk. Similarly, we cannot say that this person is advanced, because we are still getting up and falling down, getting up and falling down. Krishna does not see how many times we are, like in our attempt to get up, how many times we fall down. Krishna is seeing how many times we are still trying to get up. Just like a child, when they're starting to walk, they get up a little bit, they fall. Then the mother and father say, come. They encourage that, yeah, get up again. You're doing good. You're doing good. You took one step. Wow, wonderful. This is ecstatic, amazing. And this is what Krishna is doing.
And the devotees.
And the devotees and Guru as well. They are not seeing, oh, you fell down and now you are a very fallen person. And so we are already fallen. They are not being judgmental. They are actually seeing, okay, even if you suppose someone is doing their sadhana and then because of some life situation, they were not able to cope with it and they stop the sadhana. Okay, how can we, rather than shaming them for it, Guru and Krishna say, how can you now get back again to the sadhana? Let's plan. If you were chanting 16 rounds, you were initiated also, and now suddenly you've stopped chanting. Okay, can you start chanting 4 rounds? Can you do that at least? Let's do that. Yes, you are initiated. Yes, you took a vow, but I can't expect you to again come back to that level of the vow immediately sometimes. So 4 rounds, 8 rounds. Start to get back. How many times we are getting back up, that is more important than how many times we are failing to keep up.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, and one small addition to this, like some people, seeing us doing this sadhana, and sometimes failing or anything of that in our relatives or in our friends circle, they say that, you've taken up the Krishna's path, and he gives a lot of difficulties. It's a tough way to go. How do we answer them, Prabhuji? Like I came to know from two people, they this one me like that, mocked at me like that. So I was like, okay, I will take care. How do we answer them like that? And is it true?
Well, the difficulty will be there whether we are devotees or whether we are not devotees. Who doesn't have life, But the only advantage that we have as being devotees is that we have someone to hold on to. And we know that we are in a difficulty and that we know how to get out of that difficulty. It's not that difficulties will stop coming if we become a devotee. Because a devotee doesn't see a difficulty as a difficulty. A devotee sees difficulty as an opportunity to surrender more to Krishna, to take shelter more of Krishna. So, difficulty for a devotee is an opportunity, whereas for a non-devotee, it is a big obstacle. So anyone in this world, anybody, even from the ant, nobody is exception to this rule of having difficulty in their lives. Every living entity will have difficulty in one way or the other. It is, Krishna consciousness is just an art that is teaching us how to overcome that difficulty. So difficulty will be there.
Yeah, whether we are devotee of any demigod, any god, and even with Krishna. But difficulties, like Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur prays, that obstacles to devotional service are my ecstasies, because in those times I can demonstrate to Krishna how much I really want to come back to him. So difficulties may come, may not come, but our definition of difficulty and happiness changes as we become devotees. Their definition of difficulty is difficulty in sense gratification. You will get difficulties in sense gratification because that's their ultimate goal. Oh, I need to satisfy my senses, I need to satisfy my ego. And if but our goal is different. Our goal is that we want to be Trinadapi Sunichena Tarorapi Sahishnuna. If we are not doing that, that is difficulty. Na dhanam na janam na sundarim. That is our goal. And if we are not able to do that, that is difficulty. So our definitions are a little different.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Thank you so much, Mataji. That was pronounced Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hari Bol. Padma Mataji, you were asking some question.
Yes,
Padma Mataji, yes. Go ahead, Mataji, please.
Yeah, Hare Krishna, Mataji, Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Wonderful explanations. It's so useful to us, in our day-to-day, sadhana. My question is, actually during book distribution, we encounter so many difficulties, like very difficult to convince people to buy a book. Sometimes they say we eat non-veg, we don't want to keep the book in the house. Sometimes they say we have no time, we are working morning to night. Sometimes they say we don't believe in Krishna, we don't want. So that really hurts, it really pinches us. Because all what we want them to, if they buy a book, they spend their money, that little bit of money, if they give us for the book, they'll also get some benefit. It's very, very difficult, Mataji, so how do we convince them? So most of the time I tell them, okay, then take this book. You can just read it. We just give it as charity because we somehow want them to have the book. So how do we get about, Mataji and Prabhuji?
Well,
and give some guidelines.
One thing is, it's a very beautiful question. Book distribution is the best way to get rid of our false ego. Every book we distribute, Srila Prabhupada said we are going one step closer to going back home, back to Godhead. So, but at the same time, giving out books, freely to someone, just the nature of people in Kali Yuga, it is so terrible that, they don't value it. If they don't pay any price for it, they value it. And, they might just throw it in, some place, or, something like that might happen. So, but if a person is very genuinely, seriously desirous to get the book, and they do really, sincerely, genuinely don't have any Lakshmi to offer to them, of course we can give the book as a charity.
Because they will be willing to pay by
their
time.
time, yeah, by their desire to read the book. So that is perfectly fine. But Vaisheshika Prabhu, who is the guru of book distribution, and Prabhu has a wonderful, he had the wonderful blessing opportunity to be trained in book distribution by Vaisheshika Prabhu. And, I'd like to request Prabhu to share, how to actually, Vaisheshika Prabhu teaches one thing is just connect with people, Okay. So he says that when you see a person, just don't say, oh yeah, here is the book. Here, please take the book. That's not how he goes about distributing books.
Yes, Vaisheshika Prabhu says that basically we have to build a personal connection with them before showing them the book.
Yes.
If they like us, then they will like the book, because they don't know anything about the book. We just showed them something. They are now in their mind gauging, what can I trust this person? Is this person trustworthy? How sincere this person is? And based on that, they will decide whether to buy or not. Of course, we may be very sincere, very trustworthy, coming across as well to them, and still they may not take because they're just not interested. And those other things that they are saying, oh, non-vegetarian and things like that, those are just excuses, because Bhagavad Gita is the supreme purifier. If it goes in any house, it will actually purify the house, rather than non-vegetarian stuff depurifying or
Yes, Prabhuji, definitely, yes.
Which is more powerful, Bhagavad Gita's purifying propensity, or the contaminating propensity of other things? So definitely the purifying potency is much, much higher. They are more powerful. Is the sun more powerful, or is the little lamp more powerful? So we can give them those examples. It's still unlikely that they will take it. But Vaisheshika Prabhu says, always leave them with a good impression.
Whether they take the book
Whether
or
they
not.
take the book or not take the book, we should not get agitated or push the book so much that they're like, why are you troubling me?
Because next time they see a Hare Krishna devotee with books, they'll run away.
No, Prabhu, but then we feel hurt. We feel hurt within the heart that, we are trying to give them the book, sell the book. They don't want to buy.
What Vaisheshika Prabhu says is, during book distribution, we are ambassadors of hospitality. We should be ambassadors of goodwill. This is the term he used. During book distribution, more than distributing the number of books, we should be ambassadors of goodwill. Because even if they reject, and we leave them with, okay, no problem, you can take some prasad, we can bring some small packets of prasadam and say, okay, please take this prasad. We are leaving them with a good impression. Or ask them, if you have Hare Krishna Mahamantra cards, we can ask them, okay, no problem, can you recite this mantra with me? And then we say Hare Krishna, they say Hare Krishna, and we show them the card, and they follow the Hare Krishna mantra card. We give them prasadam, we give them card. We are leaving them with a good thing. That way we also don't feel hurt in the sense that, we are not able to give anything. Okay, they didn't take book, they took the card, they took the Mahamantra, they recited the Mahamantra one time, they touched the book, which starts their spiritual life. They are taking prasadam, which will start their spiritual life.
They are watching us with tilak. Anyone who watches us with tilak, millions of lifetimes of sinful reactions are going away for that person.
In multiple ways, their spiritual life has started. And now if we leave them with a good impression as well, Like, okay, yeah, these people. Then next time another devotee may approach, maybe they will take from that devotee. It's the thing does not end with us. Even when we distribute book, if someone is taking the book, it may not be just because we started distributing. That's why. Maybe they have 3-4 encounters with other devotees where they reject, but they were left with a good impression. So now they came to us and took the book from us because of the effort of the other devotees.
Yes.
So we should think that the first and only encounter that they will have. Our goal should be, we should be ambassadors of goodwill, leave them with good impressions, so there is more chance for them to maybe take some time later.
And
Thank you so much, Prabhu. Sorry?
Not to feel dejected at all. Even if someone is not taking the book immediately, leave them with a smile. Say Hare Krishna. Try to make them chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. If they're saying Hare Krishna, you know, even in a joking way, or even if whatever way they may be saying it, they've at least chanted. That should be a celebration for us.
Yes.
You know, victory for us, you know.
Yes,
So and also sometimes rejection is very good for our anartha nivritti, you know. It is a direct prick on the balloon of our ego. You know, our ego bursts that, you know, oh yeah, we consider ourselves to be so good, this, that, whatever. But, you know, Krishna takes care of that pride also.
And we can leave them with a prayer. Either we can tell them, I'm praying for you, or we can individually say, Krishna, I was not able to, Prabhupada, I was not able to distribute this book to this devotee, this person, but please help him start his spiritual. Then that way we will not feel hurt that we have not helped them in any way.
Yes, probably sometimes they say, you Hare Krishnas are all over the place, can't go anywhere. No, sometimes they pass even those comments, you know, in a laughing way.
Right. Yeah, so you laugh with them.
Actually, it's a very good thing.
You laugh with them and leave them with a good impression. Yeah. Say, no problem. Just take this little prasadam. And very nice to see you. Very nice that you are seeing Hare Krishna. Leave them with a good impression. They will come again and again.
Actually, when Srila Prabhupada, you know, in New York, when the movement just started, at that time, the magazines and some newspapers, they started, you know, criticizing a lot of, you know, negative was done. And Srila Prabhupada was brought those, you know, newspaper clippings where the Hare Krishna, you know, they were criticized. And Srila Prabhupada started laughing, you know, he was laughing and he was, you know, very satisfied kind of smile. And then the disciples, you know, they were all early days, you know, new devotees. So they were all very surprised seeing Srila Prabhupada's reaction. And Srila Prabhupada said, we made the newspapers. They're talking about Hare Krishnas. It doesn't matter whether they're saying it in a criticizing way or whatever, but they're saying Hare Krishna.
Yeah.
You know, so that is
okay. Thank you so much, Prabhuji and Mataji. Very nice explanation. Maybe we can improve our book distribution next time with all these tips. Thank you so much.
Yeah. One small thing I will say, just the last thing about this. Vaishnanika Prabhu says that when we go out to distribute books, our goal should not to how many books we. It should be how many people we touched with that started the spiritual life. If they take a book, that is extra.
It's a bonus.
It's a bonus. But how many, our goal should be how many people I reached out to, because we cannot force anyone to do anything.
Yes, yes.
We can make an effort to reach out to them. So rather than judging, oh, this person may not take book, that person may not take, our goal is, let me count how many people I showed the book to, instead of how many people took it. Then we will not feel dejected also, because our goal is dependent on our effort and not their
on
taking.
their reciprocation.
And you will see, have this goal, then number of books distributed will also increase. But again, that's not our goal, because we won't get dejected. We'll always be happy and we'll say, Okay, for telling others, it's the number of books distributed. But for me, I have to see how many souls did I contact or try to connect to. That's my.
And here, this is something that I personally witness every time that both of us go for book distribution. I have seen this with Prabhu, he counts, literally counts that, okay, these many devotees, these many people, we were able to talk to Krishna about. And one time it happened that it was really a very sunny afternoon. And, we had both put up a stall in front of an Indian grocery store here. And nobody was taking books. We had prasad. Some people were not even taking prasad. So we were approaching everyone. And Prabhu was, he had a counter in his hand, and he used to count how many people he is approaching, how many I'm approaching. So we are counting at least. Okay, we talked to someone. Then somehow, maybe seeing that sincerity, Srila Prabhupada, he sent one person, a very aged man. And this was just a couple of weeks ago this happened. And he just walked up to us, and he was like a very aged man, very old, like maybe in his 60s or something. And he came and just asked us, "Oh, do you have the Bhagavad Gita?" And we said, "Yes, yes." And we started showing him. And then he said, "Well, I own a motel here." And, motel means like a hotel here. And I want to keep this Bhagavad Gita in all of the hotel rooms. So can you provide me that? And we said, "Of course." So in one shot, he said, "I have 40 rooms in my hotel. So I want one for each of those rooms." And he, in one shot, he took Gitas. So, Krishna, he sees the sincerity, and he, reciprocates. He definitely reciprocates.
So there's a question: when we approach a Muslim or Christian and ask them to take Bhagavad Gita, in turn they will ask, "Why don't you take Quran or Bible?" In this situation, how to deal with them? Well, we can ask them, yes, if you can, if you have, please give us, we can do an exchange.
Yeah, why not?
Or how much is the Quran or how much is the Bible? Why we can take that, no problem. Prabhupada said, ultimately, we are talking about the same one God. Although we understand there is different levels of revelations, and has the highest revelation. If they are giving us, they have Quran or Bible, take it.
No harm.
Very good. So we have 5 minutes more, Mataji and Prabhuji, but first tell me that, is it okay for you to accept one more question? Because
Sure.
there's a time
Hare
difference,
Krishna,
and
Mataji,
we know it's
instead
very
we
late.
can take one more session also from Prabhuji and Mataji for this
Definitely,
Q&A.
definitely. That we will request at the last. But right now, only one question. Is it okay, Mataji, Prabhuji? Yeah, okay. So, okay. Sunita Mataji, I've asked your question, so sorry, I am skipping you right now. Rajyalakshmi Mataji, I can see her name here, first after Sunita Mataji. So please, Rajyalakshmi Mataji, go ahead.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Prabhuji, I had a question. When we are doing this Mahali Amavasya during this Pinda Pradhan month, is it okay that we don't do the puja on the death day of our parent? For example, if it is on the September 6th or something like that, we didn't do any puja or we didn't do any offering, and we directly do it only on the Mahali Amavasya day. Is it advisable to do that way, Prabhuji?
So let me understand the question. You're saying that
this is the month of Shraddha? Is that what you're saying?
Is it because of the month of Shraddha and you have to do it for your ancestors? And on one particular day,
yes,
you
Prabhu.
don't?
Yeah.
Can you explain a little bit more?
Prabhuji, my mother has expired 2 years back on September 6th. So we were not able to do any puja or do any offering on that particular day. But during the Shraddha month, we do the Pinda Pradhan on a particular day, which is on the October 14th, this coming Saturday. So is it okay that we do the puja on that day? Or is it necessary we have to do the puja on the death day and as on the Pinda Pradhan day, both the days?
In these cases, what you can do is what your family wants you to do. You can do that. Generally, there's nothing harm in doing what your family traditions are. So you can definitely follow that. So whatever your family traditions tell you to do, you can do that, no problem. Of course, in Vaishnava way, we do it on the anniversary day, the death anniversary day. And but yes, every family have their own traditions, their cultures. So whatever is there in that sense, you can definitely do that. There's no harm in doing it.
Sure, Mataji. Thank you so much. Sorry, one last thing I had to add. Is it okay that we are doing, we are offering bhog to the Lord without taking bath in the morning? Because early in the morning, when you're making breakfast and the kids need to eat.
Well, Srila Prabhupada said that for deity worship, it is two things are most important: cleanliness and timeliness. Punctuality and cleanliness are the two most important things in deity worship. Everything else is secondary. How beautifully we decorate, those things are
or how elaborate
our cooking is. That is additional, but main thing is timeliness and cleanliness. So if at home deities, the deities take the mood of the children of the house, and so we can tell them, I will offer you once a day, or I will offer arti once a day, bhoga once a day, or 2 days, 3 or 2 times a day, 4 times a day, how much ever our thing is. We should tell the deities, even if it is 1 time a day, and then stick to that. So for example, if in the morning you're not able to offer fully, then at least in the afternoon you can offer taking bath and things like that. But
without taking bath, to make the
not
offering?
to the deities. You can offer to your altar in the kitchen, maybe the pictures that may be there, but not definitely to the deities if in the altar.
So some standards of cleanliness should be maintained.
It's we don't have deities in the altar. It's only the pictures of the Lord that is there. So that is why I had this question.
Yeah, that's fine. Even if you don't have deities, even if you just have even pictures, you are training to, start getting your deities. So this is the training period, no? So that's why it is better that, even if it is not a completely detailed bath, but at least just, a 2-minute bath also, just to cleanse ourselves, get ourselves cleaned, we must take bath and then actually enter the kitchen, because the kitchen is Srimati Radharani's kitchen. It is not our kitchen, because it is only Srimati Radharani who is qualified to cook for Krishna. And when we are entering the kitchen, we are entering as her maid servants who are assisting Srimati Radharani in her service to Krishna. So, it is a place of worship. Kitchen is actually a place of worship in a devotee home. So therefore, we must have the proper standards of cleanliness in our kitchens, because it is the deity kitchen. It is Srimati Radharani's kitchen. That should be our mood. That should be our consciousness. As much as we can, we must try to follow the standards of cleanliness there.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Thank you
Can
so
I
much
ask
for
one question in the same thing, Mataji? So in the morning, before taking bath, can we clean up the kitchen, Mataji? I mean, sweeping and all, because or should we take bath and then clean the kitchen? How we should do that, Mataji?
Sweeping the kitchen,
Cleaning, that's it. The floor.
Cleaning
The floor of the kitchen, you mean?
Yes, Mataji. Yeah, right.
Oh, yeah, you can do that before you take bath. That's okay.
So
And
actually,
then
you told, yeah, right now you told that before taking bath, you should not enter the kitchen. That's why I'm asking this question.
yes, it is actually like that. But then sometimes, if the kitchen, I don't know how, I mean, we do have, in India, you'll have the luxury of having maid servants, no? So, who
The
come
maid
and take.
service comes very late, Mataji. So what we do in the morning itself, when before bath, I clean up the kitchen, and that's what I'm asking, Mataji. So I don't want my maid, since the maid comes very late, I didn't want to enter the kitchen. Do the cooking after before cleaning, Mataji. So I do the cleaning in the morning.
Oh,
So
I see.
that's what I'm asking.
Okay, so one thing which you can do, which many devotees do, is that because they have regular maids who come later during the day and things like that, like your case. So what they do is they, of course, take bath and then they enter the kitchen, but then they just, take water from the achaman and just go Ganga Ganga all over the kitchen. So that way, it's not that your kitchen is like maha dirty, no, nothing like that. But, just gets purified in this way.
Sure,
That way you
Mataji.
don't pick up any mop or anything like that, and then so it's always better to just purify the kitchen and start your services in that sense.
So you say by just sprinkling Ganga water, Mataji, or I didn't get it. Can you please?
And just chant either, if you know the Gange cha Yamune chaiva, Godavari Saraswati,
Yes,
that, or more simple, just take water in your hands, say Ganga, Ganga, Ganga 3 times, and just sprinkle. That's Ganga water.
Yes, Mataji. Thank you so much, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji and Mataji, Panchang Pranam. It's my pleasure to talk with you directly. I'm following your YouTube channel, Mataji. I saw in one shot regarding live cooking sessions. You said something about live cooking sessions. I would like to know more about that. Information, when can this live sessions will be starting? And
it was going on. I was doing the live cooking sessions, but it has stopped for some time now. But yes, I have been getting quite a few requests. So you will definitely, if you keep following the channel, we'll also everyone informed. We have a website that's building, and we'll have some live cooking classes at that time as well. So please stay coming.
Mataji, and one more thing, in Congregational Development Ministry, I saw your classes regarding Bhakti Vriksha.
Yes.
Bhakti Vriksha sessions. It's very helpful to me, Mataji. Actually, I'm doing 3-4 Bhakti Vriksha groups here teaching. So really, really helpful to me. So thank you so much, Mataji.
We are very fortunate we are able to be of some service to you. Thank
Mataji,
you.
just now you explained regarding home deity worship. Please do one video about this simple deity worship, home deity worship, some suggestions or how you are doing in your home. For all Matajis, it will be helpful. So we will wait for that video, Mataji.
Definitely.
Thank you so much, Mataji.
Thank you. I think someone asked us about our YouTube channel.
Yes, if you go to YouTube and just type Advaita space Kalasudha, that's the name of the channel. So you can subscribe to the channel Advaita Kalasudha. It has all the different lectures that we have given. There is virtual parikramas, Vrajamandal Parikrama, 30-day virtual parikrama. There is Jagannath Puri Parikrama. There is Badrinath, Kedarnath Parikrama, Himalayan Yatra,
Lot
South
of
India.
kirtans also there. Hare Krishna.
Hare.
Thank you.
Yeah, Hare Krishna.
Hare
Thank
Krishna,
you so
yeah.
much. Who is this? Now, Mataji,
Prashanti.
I'm so sorry, Prashanti Mataji. We have no time because our next session is going to start at 11:30. And I know that it is very late for Prabhu and Mataji also. So definitely don't worry. We will call Prabhu and Mataji. I'm just saying that. Okay, we will definitely call if Prabhuji and Mataji will, agree to this invitation to come again and take all of your questions once again. So very nice session, Mataji and Prabhuji. And this is what we got the taste of question and answer session. This is the first question and answer session in ICF. So now we need your, guidance in our life. And I'm pretty sure that all the devotees need to ask more and more, questions about their sadhana, about their bhakti, about their deity worship, and how to go ahead in their spiritual life. So if at all it is convenient for you, please do come once again and give us your association. So this is thank
service.
You. Thank you.
Just give us the date and be at your service.
Hari Bol, Hare Krishna, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. So thank you so much, Mataji and Prabhuji. Really, really grateful for your this service of 1.5 hours, and I know that it is very late over there. So thank you so much. So we will all once chant together by unmuting your mics, and then we'll do Vaishnav Pranam Mantra and we'll end the session here. So, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Rama Hare
Once again, thank you, Prabhuji and Mataji. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Prabhuji and
all the
Mataji,
devotees.
so much.
Hari Bol. Hare Krishna. Shall I end the session, Prabhu and Mataji?
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you,
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Okay, I'm ending the session. Hari Bol, Hare Krishna to everyone.